Hey everyone, so as you can see here, gathered some games for my top 10 most memorable games of all time and all that, as, picking out a lot of games was kind of hard as, memory's not too good as, wait, what was I doing? Um, oh right, I was supposed to call Steve 17 years ago. Now, who was Steve? Why is my webcam on? Why am I recording? Where did these games come from? Hello everyone, thanks for watching. Total Level here. Hope you enjoyed the intro. Hope you enjoyed my thumbnail too, as yeah, kinda funny to think that people like games like Superman 64 and ET on the Atari are probably more memorable for all the wrong reasons, but still they're memorable, right? Like, sure, more people know about those games than something great like Ease 8 here, right? So, yeah, that was fun, but yeah, thanks for watching. So, yeah, doing a top 10 most memorable list. So, if you saw before, yeah, this is, saw before my 10 favorite games of all time, that was the YouTube Take Challenge. This is another one going around. No one tagged me, but the first video I saw people doing this was from Co-ople Nerds, so yeah, shout out to them. Leave a link to their channel down below. They left an open tag, and I thought it'd be fun to do this. I'll also leave an open tag. I'll still take 3 people at the end of this because there are 3 that I do want to tag, but for everyone else, if you want to do it, go for it. So, yeah, it was kind of hard to decide. So it's going to be a bit different than kind of my 10 favorite games because these games will be a lot more memorable for, enjoying with others or, yeah, certain different reasons, right? So something like Persona that was number 1 or Persona 4, number 1 on my all-time favorite games list, it's not going to be number 1 on this, right? So yeah, and I am cheating a tiny bit because for a couple franchises here and there are, uh, yeah, I kind of want to talk about multiple games rather than just one, especially my number 1, because it's kind of hard not to with how much it influenced me, how much, it means to me, and kind of, being able to make friends and, yeah, just the whole kind of franchise medium. It's just, yeah, something that means so much to me. So, just so you know, but yeah, let's begin. And number 10, recently got this in my Video Games Monthly, and that's Perfect Dark. So, what makes this game so special to me is as much as I played GoldenEye back in the day when this came out, everyone stopped playing GoldenEye and just played this because there were so much things you could do with the co-op and all that, or you could do competitive multiplayer, both in the campaign, which was really cool, where you could have one person trying to complete the mission and the other being all the bad guys trying to stop you. But also what I remember so much about this was my friend, years later, had an N64 and never played this, so I got to share that experience with him, play through the whole campaign co-op with him, and yeah, that was really special. So yeah, a lot of great memories with Perfect Dark. May not hold up well at all today, but man, lot fun. And then at number 9, so this is where I'm cheating a little bit, as I picked both Halo 1 and Halo 3. So Halo 1 I have a ton of, memories with for sure, because I said this in my 10 favorite games of all time. Friend got an Xbox on Christmas. He called me up, said that we have to play this. He didn't even try this game till I came over, and we beat it in like 2 days. Really awesome. But yeah, just quick shout out for Halo 3 because this game got me through high school. It was just one of the most fun multiplayer experiences I've had. A few of the people that I met through matchmaking and all that I'm still friends with today, so yeah, means a ton to me. Some of the best multiplayer experiences I've had, and great campaign, great music too. Let's see, try to get that there. Alright, and at number 8, I don't really have too many in this series and all that, so I just went with the Switch version of Smash Bros. Ultimate, but really I could have picked every single one again. Like, I could have picked the whole franchise because I've been playing this since it came out on the N64, you know, the really polygon graphics and all that, and yeah, played it, yeah, all the way up to this. And what was so cool about this game too is it came out during my time of going to a trade school where, you know, took a broadcast engineering course, graduated with honors, became, yeah, certified broadcast technician. But yeah, and this game, like these games, all were so fun, as we, you know, there was a room at the school where you could gather, and every Thursday they would have tournaments and play a bunch of video games, and Smash Brothers was a big part of it. I also joined a club that played video games after school, basically fighting ones. And funny story, I got my ass handed to me because one of the people that go to the school, I'm not sure like if it's Alberta or Canada or wherever, but I know somewhere like he's a professional Smash Brothers player, and he's like top 5 in Alberta or the country or something like that. And oh boy, I couldn't even land a hit on him. It was just a massacre, and he had no mercy. But yeah, great memories throughout all of it. And yeah, you got to see which friends of yours were the tryhards and which ones were just like, yeah, let's just play, let's, you know, play against the AI or whatever. So Smash Brothers, awesome. Then at number 7, so I kind of talked a little bit about sort of GameCube collection, where unfortunately it was when I had to start all the way over on pretty much, because not going to get into all the details, but yeah, this still pisses me off. But someone, you know, sold my GameCube collection behind my back years ago, right? And a lot of the games, actually I should say all the games pretty much, were birthday and Christmas presents, so that's what hurts most, because, you know, GameCube's so expensive, and some of those games include like Pokmon XD or Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, so, you know, I doubt I'll ever get those again. But one of the few games I got to hold on to because I was playing it at the time, so wasn't on like normal shelf or anything. I was, you know, saving it to play it, and that's Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, which, yeah, I'm so glad I at least have this one. You know, there's a couple others I was able to keep, like Skies of Arcadia as well, but yeah, so happy I got to keep this. And that's a big reason too why this is on this memorable list, because there's so much sentimental value for this. You know, got this for my birthday along with San Andreas for PS2 Grand Theft Auto, which kind of the exact opposite of this, but yeah, really awesome turn-based RPG. It's the best in the whole series in my opinion, at least for the RPG Paper Mario stuff, you know, with Super Mario RPG on yeah, the Super Nintendo, and then Paper Mario on 64. Super Paper Mario is a completely different game. That's what actually changed the whole series. But still a fun game, that one. But yeah, absolutely love this. And like I said, yeah, just a lot of sentimental value for this. Where are we at? Let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7. So at 6, we got Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, again, love Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, just a lot of great memories with this, and getting it for Christmas and all that. Again, I don't have the original copy anymore, as yeah, again, PS2 was another one I had to pretty much start all the way over on, but yeah, a lot of great games in this series, and you know, the spin-offs are kind of like you know, except for Birth by Sleep, because that's the only one that felt necessary. The other ones were just kind of like, okay. But yeah, a lot of great memories with Kingdom Hearts. Everyone talked about basically. So at number 5, again, cheating a tiny bit, as we got these Persona games. So obviously Persona 4 is my favorite, and I love Persona 5, but I kind of want to shout out Persona 3 a little bit, because man, this game is great. Has one of the most heavy opening cutscenes out of all of these, and yeah, just the whole kind of story is there's this dark hour that kind of, you know, for certain people it kind of stops time, but for others they're able to kind of fight, and you know, it's kind of hard to explain without spoiling too much, but yeah, this whole battle of, yeah, awakening your persona and going into the dark hour, and yeah, just a lot of great characters, and something that I think a lot of people skipped out on, but yeah, all Persona games, man, they're so memorable. I mean, even though it's a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, like, they stopped putting that label on later games, right? So, just shows how much Persona itself has shined. And I said before with Persona 4, it's memorable to me because it got me through the hardest times in life, right? Of mental health, and, you know, when I was in the hospital for my mental health, as yeah, that's something I never really talked about too. I'm actually a high school dropout. High school was a nightmare for me, and yeah, and eventually ended up in the hospital for my mental health, but yeah, Persona 4 was a big help to get me through those rough times, and like I said before, you know, obviously gotten better because, you know, I went back to school, did upgrading at community college, then went to a trade school, so yeah. Alright, sorry about that. Kind of hiccup. It just stopped recording for a second for whatever reason, but at number 4, don't have a physical anymore. Hope to get one soon, at some point, because, yeah, like, just haven't picked up PS1 games lately, but at number 4 I have Final Fantasy VII. Now, while Final Fantasy X is my favorite of all time, and while I could pick the whole Final Fantasy franchise, I'm just picking 7 because that was the one I first played in the whole series. It's what got me into Final Fantasy. Again, I could have picked any one because Final Fantasy 4, 6, yeah, 6 through 10, 12 was excellent, 15 was a lot of fun, 13, yeah, but wasn't as bad as I think people made out to be, but anyways, Final Fantasy 7 though was just, yeah, what started it. And talk about memories, I mean, you got the amazing music, one of the best soundtracks in all of gaming, a lot of big moments again. Not going to say anything, I know it's an old game, but they have just did part 1 of the remake of probably like 20 parts, who knows. But yeah, just a lot of great memories, and that opening bomb mission, oh, one of the best openings to any game ever, and yeah, just a lot of fantastic memories with that. And then, so again, a little bit of cheating, but like biggest memories, of course, is Ocarina of Time, but you know, quick shout out to both Link to the Past and Wind Waker, two amazing games. Also shout out to Twilight Princess, almost dropped that. Whoops. We'll just put you two down there. But yeah, gotta go with Zelda Ocarina of Time was my favorite game for the longest time, before Persona 4 came out, and talk about your memories. Plus, what I remember a lot for these games is I remember, because as a kid I was terrified of everything, right? So I remember being scared by a few of the enemies in these games, and it was kind of my first memory of kind of conquering that fear. As silly as that might sound, it was just a big moment for me, and yeah, talk about like one of your masterpieces still. Arguably, probably my favorite soundtrack in all of gaming. For sure for Zelda. Like, there might be Final Fantasies here that might argue with that too, of best soundtrack, but man, just a fantastic, fantastic game, and yeah, talk about memories. Then at number 2, so again, I could have picked every Mario game, but I went with this one, Super Mario World, because you want to talk about memories? Well, this was the first ever game I played, first game I beat, and you would have heard this story if you saw my top 10 list. I'll actually leave a link to that video too in case you missed it, but yeah. And this is still my original copy, and so again, has a lot of sentimental value to that. And what can I say? Still my favorite Mario game ever. One of the best 2D platformers to ever be created. Again, my favorite 2D platformer ever created. Mario 3 was great, but I found the power-ups a lot more enjoyable in this one, especially because you get Yoshi, so yeah. This is what got me into gaming, so how could it not be number 2? But if this is number 2, what possibly could be number 1? Well, don't slide on me. I like Pokemon. So, let me put this down because this is going to look so silly. But, will that stabilize? Alright. I spent like 80 minutes just doing this. Okay. You're not going... I'm not touching. Well, just... But, Pokemon, talk about like my most influential franchise. Hold on, let me slide a bit. Because this was something that every kid I knew played, basically. There were only a select few that didn't, and I'm not even talking about just the games itself. The anime series was a huge influence. Favorite episode is still where Ash meets Sabrina's father, because Ash is so stupid in that one, where, does all this stuff. It's like, you knew Sabrina as a kid, and that must mean, and then the dad's like, oh, he must have figured out that I'm her dad. That means you're a photographer. Just... But, yeah, the games, man, they're, even if I'm not into Pokemon nearly as much as I used to be, still talk about the most nostalgic franchise ever created, basically, for me. And yeah, it's just, I don't know what else to say from, Red and Blue all the way up to like Sword and Shield, and now the new one with Legends, which I eventually will get. Again, been on and off with Pokemon because, you know, they're kind of the same and haven't changed too much, but they're still a ton of fun. There's still so much nostalgia, and every time I think I'm about done with Pokemon, something else comes out, and every one of my friends starts playing it again. It's like, you know, and then I get hooked back into it, and yeah, it's just never-ending cycle. Plus, Pokemon was kind of the first franchise that let me learn how to make friends, right? So, yeah, just fantastic game, and yeah, fantastic franchise. Even some of the spin-offs are kind of fun, like the Poke Park games. While they're very childish and can be quite boring, there's a bit of fun with those ones too, and they're relaxing, right? So, yeah, Pokemon has to be, like, I can't just pick one, you know, I could have easily just been Red, Blue, or Gold, Silver, but no, I had to pick the whole franchise because of how much it meant to me. So, I hope you all enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. So, like I said, there's 3 people to tag at the end of these as the first tag, or I shouldn't say you have to, I'm just saying I'm doing it. So first tag goes to Budget Gaming because he tagged me in the favorite games of all time one, so you're it. I was trying to think of some sort of bit to do there, and like, nah. I'm an awkward person, I know. But number 2, BlakRanger, great guy, great channel, love watching him, has a lot of great kind of thrift store videos, really fun to watch, so check him out. And the 3rd, MicroWolverine, kind of newer channel that I came across the last few months, does the Video Games Monthly unboxing along with some pickup videos. Great fun guy to watch too, so check him out. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, all those guys are tagged, but again, if you want to do this, go for it. I'll leave an open tag also for everyone else. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone. Take care.